a book haul. I don't remember when my last book haul was. I may be missing some books in here, but I'm just going to call it. It's my March and April book haul. I'm also trying to update my spreadsheet for Covers with Cassidy. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. Again, I like to buy books. That's just what it is. But I am putting myself on a pretty strict book buying ban in April and until the end of June when I go to ALA, because I tend to get a lot of books then because I get ARCs and such. So this is probably my last big book haul. I will probably do a little book haul at the end of May over Memorial Day weekend where I will get whatever color I'm doing for the Amazing Readathon. I'll probably buy like 5 more books just to kind of flesh out my color, whatever that is. It's probably going to be blue, but unless something happens and Brie changes the way she does the teams, it may not. But let's get into it. I have quite a few books to share with you, as always. And yeah, let's get into it. Owl Crate Jr. was going out of business. So I got a couple of books from them. They were like $5 for the whole box. And I took all the prizes and put it in my prize chest for my kids. So I got a couple. All these are blue, which makes me think I probably am going to do blue for Amazing Readathon. I have The Nice Silver Promise by Annalise Avery. I think this was a dragon book. Yeah, dragon. I have Star World Travel Agency by L.D. Lipitska. This is another one that I got because I thought that the concept was super cool. I also got Escape from Atlantis by Kate O'Hearn, another very, very blue book. And then I got Into the Glades by Laura Sebastian, which is a green book. So, again, I just was kind of buying them because most of them were blue. And I did think I was going to be in the Amazing Readathon. And the whole box was $5. You can't beat that. I also picked up a copy of When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is quite a hefty boy. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I do really want to do a dragon reading vlog, and this one might get chosen. I also picked up a copy of The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence, just because Covers with Cassidy loves this series, and anything about libraries I am here for. So this is the first round of books that I got, and now let's get into the other stacks of books. We might be here a while. Go get something to drink, go get a coffee, and I'll be back for my next stack. My next random assortment of books, most of these came from books boxes. I think maybe 1 or 2 didn't, but let's get into it. I got Your Blood, My Bones by Kelly Andrew. I got this relatively recently. It just came this week. I read it, and you can check out my review when I post it, but this is such a pretty edition, so it may go up on my Pango sooner rather than later, so go check that out. I also got A Feather So Black. Oh my god, these books are so pretty from Fairy Loot. I just hope I like them because I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't have enough space to keep them all. So this is very, very pretty. I think it's a sizzling fantasy romance set in perilous, magic, moonlit forest and a selective tale of a changeling prince, her cursed sister, and the dangerous fey lord who she must defeat to save her family. And oh my god, it's so, 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 so pretty. I also got a finished copy of A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. This also came from Fairy Loot. But I'm not adding this to my TBR because it was already on it, but I did get a finished copy. Same thing, I also got a finished copy of The Blood Carver by Vanessa Lee, which this book is so, so pretty as well, but I already had it on my TBR. I also got Dragon Fruit from Book of the Month. I was supposed to read this for the Boozy Book Club, and then I just didn't, but oh my god, dragons, I'm here for it, so. And it may work for a fantasy bingo prom, so. I also got Sent, A Touch of the Hip, by Christina Riccio from Wednesday, but I was sent this, so just wanted to put it in here. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I did get it. I also bought Welcome to the Humdung Bookshop, which I got at the Japanese bookstore in New York City with my friends. I haven't read it, but it does look blue, so this is one of those books that may go in for the Amazing Readathon, and it is translated, so I always have this in my back pocket in case we have a translated like prompt for any readathon, so this is a good one. And I also got Feybound by Saria El-Farafi. This is another Fairy Loot book that is just stunning. This is another book that I really, really do want to read. I'm just waiting for the perfect moment. So yeah, those were my like special editions or my book boxes. And now let's get into the rest of the books that I bought that really have no real rhyme or reason to them is the next bunch, but we'll get into it. This is just another random stack. This is the last stack I have that I didn't buy today, so I did get a copy of The Crimson Moth from Fairy Loot. This is my nice fancy edition, so I'm hopefully going to read this in May. That is the goal. I also got a copy of First Lie Wins by Ashley Alston. I'm really excited for this one as well. I hope that I like it. To be honest, I DNF'd it, but I don't think I was in the mental spot to listen to it, so I'm going to give it another shot later in the year. I also picked up a copy of Empire of Shadows by Jacqueline Benson. I heard about this from Kristen Crave's books. She was doing like a really cool pre-order incentive, and it kind of gave me What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez vibes. It's very, very chunky, but it also could be good if I'm on the green team. So, I also got My Warm Hand of Ghosts by Catherine Arden, which is my Owl Crate edition. I'm not adding this to my TBR because I already do have it because I had an arc of it, but this is another like super pretty edition. And then these are the ones I got most recently. Oh no, this is not. This is one I got because I've been waiting for this book to come back in because Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling got picked up from an indie, like it was an indie, it was self-pubbed, and then it got picked up by a publisher, but you can't get this edition anymore, and I know that it's going to be heavily rewritten, but I just was hoping it would come back in, so I got super lucky and I have it. I don't know if I'm going to read it or I'm going to wait, but I do have the indie edition, so I just wanted it before it got rewritten, so I'm happy that I got it before it got rewritten. But I know Covers with Cassidy really liked it, and I do love books about dragons. And then I also got a copy of The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I pre-ordered this from Barnes & Noble. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I actually have the audio, so I might actually listen to the audio this week. We will see. And then these are the books that I picked up yesterday. There was a buy one get one sale, so I got The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, and I also got Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. This book everyone's been loving, especially Jess and Tori, and I think I just got myself the audio as well, but it was on the buy one get one table and I decided to pick it up. And then I was like hunting for something and I didn't really find it. So I saw the Black Pages and I got The Familiar by Lee Berdugo. I have really liked her stuff in the past, so this one is I don't really know what I'm getting into with this one. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, but I'm intrigued. All right, now let's get into the books that I bought today. And yeah, it's quite a bit, so let's get into it. So I'll give a little bit of a disclaimer for this stack. I live in New York, and well, New York. I live on Long Island. But whenever I go to the city with my friends, the bookstores there are just so much better than the ones on Long Island. So I treat myself very, very well when I go there because they just have a bigger selection. So we normally go to 3 bookstores. So I'll kind of break it up in what I got in each bookstore. I also met up with a friend. She had a couple of YA arcs that she didn't think she was going to read, so she gave them to me, which is very, very kind of her. But I will try to break things up into like where I got them, if I remember. That would be nice to do. But yeah, so I went to Books of Wonder, which is a young adult bookshop in the city, and I got a really beat up copy of The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. I've always wanted to read this, and I know I have a copy on my Kindle, but what happens when books go on my Kindle, they literally go there to like die because I just don't ever read them. So I got a paperback copy of this and hope that I will read it relatively soon. So I got this one from there, and then I got 2 newer books. I got Off With Their Heads, We're All Mad Here by Zoe Hanana Matika, and this is an Alice in Wonderland retell. This would have been great for last year when I was doing Alice in Wonderland in May, but it's also like a very diverse read too, which I'm super excited for, and I love the Alice in Wonderland myth. And I also got a copy of Darker by 4 by June C.L. Tan. This is signed by her, and I know that Alexa from Alexa Love Books enjoyed it, so hopefully I will enjoy it. But those are the ones I got from there. And then my friend, as I just said, I met up with her, and she gifted me a couple of arcs because she knows that I like middle grade and YA a bit more than she does. So she gave me The Magic Paintbrush by Kate Zhang, which is one that I will definitely read quickly and put in my classroom as like a giveaway because the kids I think will love it. And then I also got 2 other YA books, and these are by authors that I have really enjoyed in the past. I got Finally Fritz by Marissa Cantor, which I love this author's other books. I really loved What I Like About You and As If on Cue. Those are 2 YA books that I really, really liked. And I also got Wild About You by Caitlin Hill. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to read this one. It does deal with death of a grandparent, and I lost 2 grandparents in the past year, but I really do want to read it, and it's like a wild adventure story. So yeah, these are the books my friend gave me. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was so kind of you. And then I went to Barnes & Noble, We went to a couple of other bookshops, but I didn't feel like carrying anything else. So I got some hardbacks, which that's my danger road. I got How to Solve Your Own Murder by Christian Pernin. And I just read the summary. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it sounds like it's a dual timeline story. And again, another blue book. Again, I really think I'm going to be on the blue team for the Amazing Readathon, so I'm kind of stockpiling. I also got The Book That Broke the World by Mark Lawrence. This is a very, very blue book, but I haven't read book 1, so I would have to get on that to read book 1 like this month if I'm going to do this for the Amazing Readathon, but it might happen. I also got To Cage a God by Elizabeth May. Again, I have an e-arc of this, but again, I never read my e-arcs unless I have a bit more motivation, so I picked it up. I was really hoping Illumicrate would release their fancy edition for the general public, but it hasn't happened yet. I also picked up a copy of Romancing Mr. Bridgerton with Penelope and Colin on the cover because that's my favorite Bridgerton book. And I'm so excited for the season. And I just wanted to do this for my collection because these don't stay on the shelves that long. They vanish after a couple of months, and I saw it and I picked it up. And I totally forgot these books came out, but I got Murder in Mannon by Mia P. Mulsella. This is the 4th book in the Tita Rosa Mystery series, a new cozy series. Actually, one of the first cozy series that I read that I really liked. And I also got Good, the Bad, and the Andes by Jessie Q. Susanto. I wasn't a big fan of 4 Aunties and a Wedding, but I do like the characters. So yeah, that is my book haul. It was a lot. Let me know in the comments what is one book you got recently that you're really excited to read, and I will talk to you guys for my next video. Bye!